Hello everyone, welcome back to Musical Solutions, Musical Moments with Marta. This is my channel. Welcome everybody. My name is Marta and I am working through the Tchaikovsky Violin Concerto in D major, first movement. It's a large movement, so we're now on part 6. So if you are here, please like, share and subscribe. See how you like these videos. You can also check out the links below and also all my other videos, and in particular in this playlist, which is the Musical Solutions. So you can find lessons here on several pieces. So far I have 3 or 4 other pieces besides the Tchaikovsky. So please check them out, and they all have several parts, so I go into a lot of detail. I have the Vivaldi Seasons, I have Mozart Concerto, Sarasate Gypsy Years, etc., etc. So now we are at letter M, like Marta, in the first movement of the Tchaikovsky Violin Concerto, and we have now arrived at the B flat, top B flat, and we have now kind of double notes, but let's just deal with the jump. So we have to be very light and quick going down. I often use harmonics when I go. Okay, now the only thing with that is that when you have a harmonic coming up, you have to make sure that we know that harmonics tend to be a little flat. So when you go, so you have open string, then you have a solid note, and then a harmonic. So you have to check your intonation, make sure that the harmonic doesn't clash or be flat after that B natural. Okay. Another harmonic. Another harmonic. No, that one I don't do, sorry. That one is not necessary. Unless you really want to. No, it's not a harmonic. I don't know why I wrote it as a harmonic. It's not a harmonic. There's no A harmonic. There's a B harmonic. So this is second measure after M. D. So now we have arrived at D, because now we are in the recapitulation. So we have to pretty much stay in D major to finish the piece in D major. So here, keep the hand light, nice and fun. No, don't try to move your elbow this way or tighten up your shoulder. Just keep it nice and light. G minor, G. Then we have some double stops. So this part here is tricky because you are off beat from the orchestra. Orchestra goes dee da dee da 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 da, and you go so it's very quick, very light right hand. I would suggest that first of all you are really ready with the left hand, so you can play all of these notes simultaneously, because they're really like chords, right? We have E, so this is the 5th measure after M. Then we have an octave, no big deal. Then we have to find that F natural. Then we have open string. So it's not a strain on the left hand, but it's the E has to be in tune. Then we have D major. Then we have 2 octaves. So it's easy to miss the pitch on these because your hand is moving around a lot, and there's also a lot of open intervals like octaves and 5ths and 4ths. So it just take a little care with that section, besides the rhythm. So you can practice the rhythm by itself before you even attempt doing it with the left hand. Okay, and then poco più mosso, détaché is the next section. And we have this other theme in triplets. have changed my fingerings a couple of times, and I still am not 100% convinced which fingering I'll be using on that third beat. I just performed the Tchaikovsky concerto with an orchestra, and I believe I used third finger each time I start the pattern. So I would go to 3. But here in this edition, which is the David Oistrakh edition, goes like this. 2, and then stretches back. So in some ways, it connects better, but then you're dealing with the stretching back intonation issues and then having to adjust. So I'm not 100% convinced yet whether I like these fingerings. But here is what's written in the part. 2, 1, 3, 1, 2. I shift here to third position, and then we do spiccato. So this is kind of a brushy spiccato, right? A little bit like a sautille, but kind of in between sautille and spiccato, because it's not that fast. It's a little bit controlled. Okay, and then poco più lento, we go on. Now, kind of a mysterious section, and the orchestra has to kind of be a little patient there, because it says poco più lento, and it really does need to be just a little bit slower, because there's so much going on, crossing strings and playing chords, broken chords. So I go to third position here. Then I have to shift back down to this is now really second position, kind of. It's not really second. First and a half. And first position. It's kind of like a, let's see. You can call it whatever you want, but anyway, it's we have to play a chord. So it's G sharp, E sharp, and C sharp, and then F sharp, and then back to third position, back to the chord. Right, so you know how that goes. You have to play them like chords, so that the right hand doesn't have to struggle as much. You're not preparing fingers as you go with the right hand. It's a full 3-note chord most of the time. So I would, with these, I've practiced them different ways. You can practice them like chords. Or if that's too much, do double stops. Let's see. I haven't done it like that for a while. See, it's hard because I've never done it like this, so now I have to look in the music. You can do the same thing. You can look in the music. I'm so happy to have found this exercise because I've never done it. Just doing on 2 strings. I usually did it as a full chord or twice. You could do it like this, or so just on 2 strings, or the top 2 strings. That's easier because it's more of a melody. So you could do it like this, or I would even do it twice. You can also simplify it even more and just do one voice. Let's see. That's another exercise I have not done before, but you can simplify it even more. That's even harder. So you can come up with your own little exercises to simplify this, but basically they are chords and your hand has to learn how to play these these chords. So sometimes there will be a fifth on the bottom, sometimes there will be a sixth on the bottom, major sixth, or minor sixth on the top when the fingers are closer. So there's a lot going on here. All right, so we are now poco più lento, measure 3. Let's do measure 3. So the fingerings are pretty much the same. Let's see. First position. Then we go to second position. Then we go to third position. Then we down to first again on A string. Sorry. It's hard to play it sometimes, take it apart. But if you're learning the piece, you are going to be starting from taking it apart. So I need to do the same thing. So we're now in, before letter N, like Nancy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 measures. These measures are so large that they have been broken into 2 lines. So did I just say 6? How many did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 measures before letter N. We're doing... So now we have this chord. Then we have arpeggios. So I actually do a harmonic on that D, that second group, on the D string. So back to the chord. And you can start by practicing it on the string, of course. So forget the dots. That comes later, right? And a lot of people play it very vigorously, very heavy. So the spiccato is not really that short, right? Those are chords, so we've got to give it some substance. So we go to minor. Then we have to shift up to 5th position. Stay up there. Let's see. One more time. So this one is the hardest because you have to press the strings even harder. So the D is on the D string, an octave above open string. And we have a B flat F. So you gotta press that pretty hard to make it speak. And again, you're playing up high, so you may have to press a little bit harder than in first position. D flat major chord. And then what I do, I go down. And then go up. So that last arpeggio, the last measure, I do an octave lower, which I have that option in this particular edition. This is the Leopold Auer edition. Well, with Leopold Auer has added some of his alterations, and then David Oistrakh edited the part. This is the international edition from 1956. That's what I have. So I will link that below this video, so you can refer to that. So measure before N, we have a D flat major chord. Very chromatic, right? All of these are chromatic, but so beautiful, aren't they? Once you get them in tune, it's so beautiful. E major, arpeggio, and then it goes from B. So 3 triplet, and then quadruple. And then we are up the C sharp, trill, D. This is the hardest one because your hand has to be really free and go up really, really high. So you have to be really comfortable holding your violin. Sometimes I am a little surprised as to how different the hand position has to be up there. So spend some time up there. D. Then you have to jump. Whoops. Okay, and then there's different versions here. Leopold Auer's version has all these double stops, which very few people do. I don't happen to be doing those. Never learned it that way. So I do the original version. Okay, so hopefully you have good fingerings for that. Whenever you have a B and an E sharp, 2, 1, right? It's all diminished chords. So the fingerings, hopefully you have some good fingerings there. But what I have here is 3, 2, open, then 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, open, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 2, 4, 3. That's the hardest one. And then a diminished, no, it's a G7, so. 3, 4. And then we go to Allegro giusto, which is the coda. So I shift. I don't know if everybody has that kind of fingering, but each time the pattern changes, it shifts to a different string. Then shift, shift, shift. Not shift, but change strings. Sorry. Because that's where the phrase goes, right? It starts on the second note. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, then F major, 1, and B flat is kind of an arrival point here, right? Okay, so here there are different versions as well. You could go down all the way to the D, like first position almost, but I don't do that. I stay up, so this is what I play. Octave, and then the pattern continues. It's a sequence, right? Okay, and then I add a little bit of I add an open string here, right here. I play an open A here with that F sharp. Otherwise, makes no sense for the hand to be crossing over two strings without hitting that A. So open A, continues, then octave. Same here. Listen to that first finger. So we're in fourth position. Watch your pitch here. Okay, so we have these fast triplets, so it's very dramatic, but also your hand has to easily move through positions. Down to first, and that's it. Down. 2, 1, 1. Okay, so it goes by very fast, so you just have to keep very light fingers there. Preparing the bottom note is very important. Preparing that bottom note. So rather than trying to move, you probably already know that, but you don't want to be moving both fingers up and down. You place the first finger down, or whichever the lower finger is, and then you just use the upper finger to lift up and down without having to lift the first finger again. So like for example, before letter O, you're not going to be doing this, you're going to be, the C sharp stays down. That one's a little bit different. When you go to F, you want to place F and E together. Same with the C sharp. So then you don't have to move the fingers. You can move through the little turns quicker. Okay, so now this is a kind of a notorious part for me because I have chosen to play it up an octave. So starting at O, it's the way it's written, it's on the G string. But here I continue up an octave. So I hope you have good fingerings there. It's basically shifting on each triplet. So up, up. It's a little difficult for intonation because you have sometimes a major sixth, and then you have that third that you hit. Then you have like a minor sixth between B and G. So I would practice each sixth first of all. So you know if one of them is major or minor. So major, then minor, minor, major, major, minor. Okay, and then in here the right hand needs to be nice and light with little circles. And then here, again, sixth major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, major. And this one is particularly tricky because it has that C sharp. There's some other options here in the music, but I do the C sharp. Sometimes it's a little bit out. Then F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A, B. So you want to play those beautifully with a dolce kind of sound, and in tune, of course. So don't try to hit them too hard. Just make them beautiful. And then, of course, this last part is just pure fun. Pum 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 pum, pum 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 pum. Some little tricky intervals here, just keep them really, really close. And then chord. I do it from an up bow. Seems to work better for the motion. Then up, up, down, up, up, down. And in here, I don't play that first note. I just go. Great fun. So the last three measures, I have a version 3 before the end, because the way Tchaikovsky wrote it is, maybe some people play it that way, but another way to do it is open strings with an F sharp and with the A. But what's really important is that last tenth. So this part here, make sure you tune that up because everybody hears that one. Okay, any questions? Please let me know in the comments. This was a bit of a marathon here. I hope it was helpful, and it's always fun to discover things that I didn't even see in the music after all these years I've been playing the piece. So please like, share, and subscribe. I hope you will come back. I will put other videos following this video that are related. So the Tchaikovsky, you can also find it below this video. You can find the links to the other parts of this movement. So Musical Solutions is a series where I discuss different works, and this is part 6, the end of the first movement of the Tchaikovsky Violin Concerto. I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.